Unlock your feminine power, embody your desires, and create a life filled with passion, love, and abundance. Welcome back, Queen. I'm your host, Georgette, and today we're diving into an amazing topic, mastering the art of feminine magnetism through sacred seduction. This is about more than just attraction. It's about stepping into your authentic power and radiance. So before we dive in, let's align our energy. If you are in a safe space to do so, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. As you exhale, visualize yourself radiating confidence, power, and grace. With each exhale, release any resistance, doubt, or tension you're carrying. Imagine a wave of pure magnetic energy sweeping through every cell of your being, awakening your radiance and amplifying your natural magnetism. This is your natural state, Queen. So, what if I told you that your feminine essence holds the key to effortlessly attracting the life, love, and opportunities you desire? What would you say? That instead of chasing, you could naturally draw in everything meant for you, simply by embracing your true self. Today, we're diving into the art of feminine magnetism, how to harness it, embody it, and let it work for you in the most sacred and powerful way. So, why are we talking about feminine magnetism? We're talking about it because feminine magnetism isn't about manipulation or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about radiating authenticity, being so in tune with yourself that you naturally attract what aligns with your energy. Whether it's in love, career, or friendships, this magnetic quality can transform your life. So in this episode, we'll explore what feminine magnetism truly is, how sacred seduction plays a role in it, and actionable steps you can take to awaken and embody your magnetic essence, starting today. Let's go. All right, so let's start by understanding what feminine magnetism is, okay? It's not about doing more, truly. It's about being more. So let me emphasize the word being, okay? It's really about being in your essence. So feminine magnetism is an energy that flows from alignment with your authentic self. It's the way you show up in the world, fully present, fully alive, and fully yourself. When you're connected to this energy, you radiate confidence, sensuality, and authenticity. And that's what draws people and opportunities towards you. Okay. So when you decide you want to be a magnetic presence in the world, you had to be able to be in that energy. So keep in mind, write boldly in your wall the word being. It's not really doing, it's really about being. So now let's clear up a common misconception. Magnetism is not about manipulation. I do understand when people feel like, oh, women are showing up and they're being seductive, that they're manipulating men or manipulating situations. And manipulation is really about controlling others to get what you want. Magnetism, however, is about standing in your power and inviting what's meant for you to come into your life. It's really about being authentic, heart-centered energy that feels irresistible because it is real. So magnetism is when you sit in a corner and you're minding your own business and someone approaches you and say you're radiating beauty or power, sensuality. manipulation, it's literally when you're calculating your every move and you're in that corner of the room calculating who should I talk to next because I have something to gain about it, or I'm going to play a game so I could attract them to come here. No, we're not doing that because we are champagne empresses and that's not how we roll. Okay. We want to be in our magnetism, and because this magnetic energy works in all area of your life, whether it's in your relationship, your business, your career, whatever. It helps you attract partners who respect and adore you. In business, it draws in clients, opportunities, and collaboration because you get to be you at all time, and people want that energy around them. And in social settings, it really creates an undeniable presence that makes others take notice. So you don't have to force yourself on anyone. You don't have to pretend to be, oh, I'm so classy. No, you could be whoever you are and exude magnetism. So, so what exactly do I mean when I say sacred seduction? Sacred seduction is the art of inviting people in. It's allowing opportunities and experiences into your life with grace and intention. It's not about forcing outcome or chasing after things. We're not going to chase the man. We're not going to chase the luxury. We're not going to chase the success. We're going to create a life where we truly embody that energy. So it's embodying an energy so alluring, magnetism becomes a natural thing. And what's meant for you just can't help to find you, right? What's meant for you will not pass you by when you really stand in that energy. So at its core, sacred seduction starts with self connection because we talk about self intimacy and how you create intimacy with yourself. It's really knowing truly who you are and fully being intimate with yourself, with your body, with your awareness, right? So your magnetism begins with how deeply you're connected to yourself. So if you haven't done so, I would advise that you get to know yourself on a deeper level, no longer about the surface level things, but it's more about being intimate with who you are. Because when we are intimate with who we are, we open doors to be seen in all our amazingness. So when you're connected to yourself, you're also deeply connected to your desires, your needs, and your energy. And when you are in alignment with who you truly are, guess what? You naturally exude a confidence, a magnetic presence that is undeniable, unstoppable. And unlike traditional ideas of seduction, which often focus on external appearance or tactics, we're going to do this so we could get that. Sacred seduction is about really allowing yourself to exude that energy that is so inviting, so authentic that it cannot be missed, right? It's really about creating an energy that says, I am open to receiving what aligns with me. It's powerful because it's truly genuine, because as a champagne empress, you do not tolerate things that do not align with you. If something is not for you, we don't chase it. We go after a soul purpose because that's what it means to step into your power fully. It's to have soul desires in terms of, I love this house because my soul wants it, not because the world says I should have it or not because my friend have it. So you show up to receive in your fullest energy and your most powerful, genuine energy. And that's what it means to really be in the power of your sacred seduction. So now let's talk about ways that we could awaken your magnetic essence, right? So now let's talk about how you could truly awaken and embody your magnetic essence. And I'm going to give you practical steps that you can use, but it also requires devotion and consistency. Remember when I mentioned in one of my latest episodes that when you're devoted, there's nothing you can do, because being in your feminine energy takes devotion. It's like you're devoted to self. You are, no matter what kind of thing, you show up for yourself, you prioritize yourself. So, what does it mean to truly embody it? And what are the steps you could take? So, one of the steps you could take when it comes to really embodying and awakening that magnetism is truly embody presence. True magnetism starts with fully being present. Because when you are, people feel seen and drawn to your energy. You're letting people know, listen, I am here for you. I'm listening. I am present in this moment. You're giving yourself wholeheartedly, not distracted, not rushing, but truly here. So I want you to be able to include these practices in your daily routine, like mindfulness, meditation, or just grounding exercises that could help you cultivate this. And here's the thing, and as a Champagne Empress, also, when you start embodying presence, you're also inviting energies that allow you to do that. There were a couple friends of mine that when we met, they were just on the phone and not being present. And as someone who value my sacred time, I value my presence. I was able to voice my concern as, hey, I would like for this space, this energy to be a sacred moment, to really be in our presence where we actually connect, where we actually have conversations and keep the fun away. Because to me, it really does not align if I'm being not in the present moment with someone, if I'm having lunch or dinner, etc. It's not worth it to me. So I want you to truly embody presence, meaning when you're eating, you're actually truly eating and not playing with your phone. When you are showering, make sure you embody that presence in the shower and making sure you truly feel what's happening in there. So now, step two into awakening your magnetism and truly embodying it is really aligning with your desires. Oh, Empress, I want you to really dive into what you truly want. When you're clear about your desires, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready for more. So, journal or visualize your desires daily to get clarity and keep them at the forefront of your energy. And it is time to really be clear and aligned with your true desires. Be fully intentional, be bold and showing up in that, right? Just don't journal about the things you think you should journal about. Really go for the bigger thing. What does your soul desires? You know, aligning with your desires makes you magnetic to what you seek. So allow yourself to fully dive into and align with your desires. So, in step three, that I like to mention on how to awaken is really on activating your sensual energy. Ooh, and this is one of my favorites. Sensuality isn't just about sexuality. Like I always say, when people hear sensual women, sensual living, they think, oh my gosh, she must be having a lot of sex. And this is not what it is about. You could live a sensual lifestyle and still be celibate, because when I say sensual living, it's really when you activate that sensual energy, it's really about being in touch with all of your senses, right? Your sight, your sound, your smell, your taste, your touch, it makes you feel alive. When you dance, oh my gosh. So when I go dancing, I like wearing different dresses that I could feel on my body. So if you're dancing, like wear fabrics that feels amazing on your skin. Even my pajamas, I love wearing amazing pajamas that I could feel on me. And if I decide I don't want to wear pajamas that night, I make sure the sheets on my bed feels wonderful, that I want to roll in them for the duration of my sleep. So indulge and a beautiful meal, allow yourself to experience that meal, look at how it looks. Like if you smell it, taste it. And if you can touch it even and feel the texture in it, do so and experience what your body is saying to you. Like, oh, do I love it? Is it making your body happy? Allow yourself to experience that because when you're connected to your senses, your energy becomes irresistible. So, yes. And another way to really awaken your magnetism is by cultivating confidence through devotion. Like you see this word devotion keeps coming up. So, yeah. So, confidence doesn't come from external validation, right? It doesn't come because your husband said, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty." It doesn't come because somebody says, "Oh my gosh, I love your dress." Because someone might say all these things to you, and if you don't feel them, it's never going to click. It's never going to align. So when it comes from showing up for yourself consistently, that's when true confidence comes about, right? It is felt within. It's like, I don't care what you say to me. I know who I am. I know how that feels like. So you walk into a room knowing at the core of who you are that you belong in that room. So when you're devoted to yourself, confidence becomes a natural byproduct, right? Because you're devoted to being in your power. You're devoted to your craft. You're devoted to your purpose. So there's nothing that will stop you because you know who you are. You stand in that power. So when you cultivate confidence through devotion, you get to awaken your magnetic presence as well. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with in terms of how to really activate your magnetic presence, it's practicing receiving. Sometimes it is easier said than done, but magnetism also comes from your ability to receive. Okay. I'm sure you've heard about it a million times. Oh my gosh, be open to receiving. But literally, it is not a myth. Be open to receiving, whether it's compliments. Okay. Don't go fishing for compliments. We are empresses. We don't fish for compliments. But when those things come to us, when we are in our magnetic presence, there's a lot that's going to come to us. Are you able to receive a compliment? And when I mean receive a compliment, it's really not sending it back either. It's really sitting back and say, "Oh, thank you." It's not like, "Oh, I love you." Just, "Oh my gosh, I love yours too." No, sit in it, accept it, and that's it. So whether it is a compliment, love, or support, I want you to be able to practice receiving. Many of us struggle with that. I've struggled with receiving, and sometimes even in some areas or some moments, it could be difficult for me to receive. But I am aware of where it is most difficult for me to receive. So when that happens, I snap out of it. I wake up, I'm like, no, absolutely not. I am open to receive. So because so many of us struggle with receiving, because we've been taught to give, give, give. Don't be selfish, be humble, be all of that. Oh, it's better to give than receive. We hear this all the time. So we have this mentality of, I'm just going to give, 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 and I don't want to receive at all. So I want you to break free of that today because your magnetism is literally begging you to start receiving. You need a balance. I'm not also going to say just receive, receive, receive. We're here to give and receive. Be open to all the opportunities that come to you. Be open to all the love that gets to happen in your world. Be open to all of it. Be open to the 5 cents you're going to receive. Be open to the love you are going to receive because your magnetism is really about balance. So open yourself to receiving without guilt or hesitation. Okay. I see a lot of women sometimes when they go on dates and they're like, oh, I'm going to pay my half because if the date doesn't go well, I'm going to pay half of it. So I'm not obligated to, for whatever reason. I want to say something to you clearly. When a man takes you on a date and wants to pay for you, it is because they respect you, they love providing, they love who they are strong in their masculinity, they want to give that to you. So I want you to be able to let go of the guilt or the shame or whatever it is if something doesn't work out, and for you to be open to receiving from a healthy masculine man, because it's like not not everyone is going to be compatible. You're gonna go on many first date where there's maybe not gonna be a second date. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, because it didn't work out, now I feel obligated to pay my half. Stop that and allow men to give to you because you were there. You were exuding your magnetic presence and he was inspired by you. You were the muse because men get to be inspired by truly feminine women and they go and create even massive wealth in their businesses, you know? So give that to them. Give them that gift of receiving. So, and let me share an example of how embodying feminine magnetism can transform your life. Because imagine walking into a room, right? Instead of trying to impress everyone, oh my God, let me put on the biggest outfit or the shiniest earrings, etc. You focus on being fully present and connect to your energy. You feel the ground you're walking on and heals. And when you speak with confidence, I want you to listen with intention because suddenly people are drawn to you, not because you're trying to get their attention, but because your energy feels authentic and captivating. So naturally, they get drawn to you. And this principle applies in dating too. High value women do not chase, right? They attract. You probably hear that a lot. But it is by embodying your feminine magnetism, you'll find that the right people naturally come to you. So it's no longer, oh my gosh, what app have the best people? You could be anywhere. You could be on any dating apps, whichever it is. You could go at a bar if you desire. So it's never going to be about where you go, etc. It's really going to be about you exuding your magnetism and then the right people finding you. It might be on your way to this dive bar, you cross path with some men in the street who really feels that magnetism and wants to take you out, right? So the same goes for business. When you're aligned with your energy and your vision, opportunities flow effortlessly. Clients start coming into your inbox, Because I know for myself, when I am aligned with my magnetism, things move, things shift so fast. And I am aware of when I'm in that thought of whatever it is. And I process what I need to process and snap out of it? So I want you to give yourself grace because honestly, as human beings, some days we're going to feel a little off. But just the awareness that you can change the path, you can change how you react, you can change the next move, you get to really fully embody your magnetism. So, before we end this episode, let's recap, okay? Feminine magnetism is about authenticity, presence, and alignment, okay? It is not about trying harder because you're not going to get a prize for trying harder, but it's about being more aligned with who you truly are. It's really about being your true authentic self. Because when you embody this energy, you naturally attract the life, love, and opportunities meant for you. Your magnetic essence is already within you. The moment you choose to honor it, you'll notice the world responding to your every desires in magical ways. The question is, are you ready to embrace it? And I want you to take a moment to reflect on it because we are calling in sacred seduction, okay? And that will really align when you embody your feminine magnetism. So take time to reflect. What is one way you can start embodying your feminine magnetism? It can be in simple ways, you know, as being more present with your kid and your business or while you're drinking your tea. It could be in indulging in something sensual or just opening yourself up to receiving. Whatever that looks like, whatever it is, I want you to start today. Okay? So, Empress, I want to thank you for joining me in this episode. Remember, your magnetism is your superpower. I want you to embrace it fully, honor it, and let it guide you to the life you deserve. And if you are ready to fully live life and your magnetic energy, really diving into the art of seduction when it comes to attracting clients, attracting your high caliber men, you can join my 3-month container of coaching, or you can book a session with me. We could dive into how it looks like for you. You can join the conversation on Instagram at Georgette Casimir and join my Facebook group because we still have the 30-day embodying your feminine essence challenge. So join us and let's make this year a year where you show up for yourself, where you devoted to your purpose and your energy. So with all of that, I really want you to show up in all the ways. Until next week, Empress, stay magnetic, be devoted in your expression, and remember, you are always the Empress. Everything else is just remembering.